The new DLC has dropped, and with that comes some new rare loot. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Fog Rift Catacombs, where you can get such items as the Death Knight's twin axes, which has the Blink Bolt Ash of War on them, and furthermore they scale of strength, dexterity and faith. There's also a great Ghost Glowthwort to be had, as well as a new Spirit Summon. I give you Black Knight Commander Andreas. And you also get the Crimson Amber Medallion plus 3, which is the best in slot max HP talisman you can have. You can also grab the Stone Sheathed Sword, which looks like it might actually scale up quite nicely. So if you want to know where all these items are and some tips for defeating the boss, stick around as I go through my quick and easy guide. The closest touch grass point is at the front of the castle, or the castle front as it's called, which is here on the map. From there you want to head north into the valley and that'll take you to the catacombs. As much as I'd love to milk the ad revenue, I'm actually going to speed this footage up, so if you do want to slow it down so you can get a better idea as to where I'm going, feel free to do so. I'm not going to judge, but just be aware it is a very straightforward route to get here. The only complicated bit is when you get into the fog, but just keep heading north and you should see some candles right next to a cave. Once inside, take the lift down, don't worry there's nothing horrible just yet, and you should come across a point of grace. Make sure you touch this because the catacombs are quite long. And no, there isn't any secret bits on the lift, I did check, but trust me there's nothing there. As per usual, they've gone out their way to put the gargoyles in every corner that you can imagine. On their own, they're quite straightforward, but once they start to gang up on you, that's when things get a bit complicated. So it's probably wise to take your time. The first room you come to will have a ceiling which will come down and try and crush you. So guess what you have to do? Not get crushed. Your best option is to run in a straight line. Don't try and be fancy, just go straight ahead, get in that little tunnel bit, and then fight off the gargoyles. There are a few ranged enemies in the catacombs, nothing too major, you can run past most of them, but if you do want to take them on, make sure you have a ranged ability slotted, or maybe just take a bow with you, up to you. There is another gargoyle in the corner, so kill them and then just carry on down the stairs. But be warned, these gargoyle little shits have evolved into cannons, so have a shield or just get ready to dodge roll. And just remember, if they're busy getting the shit kicked out of them, that means they haven't got time to turn around and shoot you. Before heading further down into catacombs, make sure you check out this room on the right because it does have a cookbook in there. And make sure you don't get caught out by the gargoyle on the left hand side of the door. In here you'll find the Ancient Dragonite cookbook, which allows you to make the red lightning pots. If you head back into the room and down the stairs, you'll notice that the ceiling has a few spikes on it. Now in order to get 2 rare items, you're going to want to jump on top of the spikes. Once up there, head left and this will take you through to a little hallway. Feel free to ignore the gargoyle and the shiny item on the floor because they are both useless. Just follow the hallway, taking out these wizards, and you'll come to a room with 3 guards in it. You should be able to take out the first 2 guards without alerting the big boss. I'll spare you the details and skip ahead. Just a quick tip, these soldiers are weak to holy damage. Personally, I use the black knife and I find it does chunk them down quite easily without really having to get too involved in the fight. Inside the room there is 1 additional guard, but there's also a great Ghost Glowthwort and these are super rare. Once you've killed the guard, there is 1 more secret area to go to. If you go back out into the main room, you're going to want to try and jump on top of the spikes. From here, it's very straightforward, just go into the hallway, follow it round, and you'll come to a large coffin, which will have the Spirit Summon Black Knight Commander Andreas. Once you have that, head back out the hallway, turn right, and jump down out the window. Don't worry, you'll just land in the room you was in a minute ago. Once you are back in that room, just retrace your steps, and head back towards the spiked floor. Once here, turn right and head towards the stairs and just reset your position, ready to go straight ahead into the hallway opposite down below. There is a room directly behind you when you jump down, but don't worry about it, there's nothing good in there, just ignore it and carry on going straight forward. Take the lift all the way down and then head straight forward once again, where you'll be confronted by some gargoyles. There is a total of 4 gargoyles in this small area. It's up to you if you want to kill them or not. You can just run past them because there is no loot worth getting, it's just some radar fruit. There's a level 2 grave glowwort in the room ahead. Honestly, not worth getting, just run past it. Head down the stairs and you will come to a room full of spiked ceilings. Now for this, it's quite straightforward. You want to hug the left hand side of the wall. There'll be some little rooms you can dive into just to get away from the ceilings. One of them's got a gargoyle in it, surprise surprise. Deal with him as quickly as you can and try not to get smashed by the ceiling like I did, and then just carry on running down. Now, be warned, one of these rooms has a giant hole in it, this one here, so don't jump all the way down. I don't know what's in there, I didn't check it. I just kept hugging the wall, going straight forward, getting ready to kill that wizard little bitch and his stupid gargoyle friends. There's 4 in total. Once again, I'll speed up the footage so you don't have to sit here and watch me suffer. Now for the fun bit. When the ceiling comes down, you'll notice there's a little room you can jump into. It's pretty straightforward, you just got to time it right. It took me a couple attempts, so don't be ashamed if you don't do it first time. Once you do jump in the room, jump back out again and you'll see a treasure chest. This will give you the Asher War Blink Bolt, which is the move that's actually on the twin axes you get from the main boss. On the right hand side there'll be another room, and this is where you're going to get the sword. Head down the ladder, but be warned, there are gargoyles at the bottom, because where aren't there gargoyles in this catacomb? It's up to you whether you kill them or not. At this point I was low on pots, so I just ran past them. On your way out, don't forget to pick up the glove glowwort. When you do go down, you'll be in the main room that you were just in with the spiked ceiling. You're going to want to head straight across, but be warned, there's another spiked ceiling. It's almost like they plan to have spiked ceilings everywhere. Once again, run across, time it well, and you'll come to a lift. When you do go down the lift, you'll end up at your final destination, which is, of course, the big boss battle, the Death Knight. Also, side note, no secret locations here either, so just don't prat about, just go straight forward. There is a Stake of Marika here, so if you do die, don't panic, you will just spawn right outside, but you're going to want to make sure your build is prepared for what happens next. For this fight, I'm level 146, and I'm on an arcane build. Now, your best bet is to have something with holy damage, because this boss is greatly affected by that. It can also be affected by Scarlet Rot. This boss also does a lot of lightning attacks, in particular throwing lightning at your face and making the ground turn into an electric puddle. But the main move you need to be careful of is that it does have a grab move, where it will throw you up into the air, feed on you, and actually regenerate its health. And it can also do this to your Mimic tier, so be warned. For my winning run though, I did use the Black Knife, which has holy damage on it, and it's also a ranged attack. I used my Mimic tier to tank the boss while I hit it in the back like a true champion. Overall though, this wasn't the hardest boss I've come across so far. I'll give it about a 7 out of 10. It certainly tested me and made me have to remember how to play Elden Ring again after such a long hiatus. But overall though, if you have found this guide helpful, by all means leave a like. If I have missed anything, maybe leave a comment, because it could help the next person. And on that bombshell, I'll end the video there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.